Oh, I was just going to say, I've kind of been hiding out here in the background, but I'm James Castro, and I'm the assistant principal at Meeker as well.
Okay, I'm Gina Cohealy. I am the counselor for last names A through L, 6th grade through 8th grade.
And I am Lisa Carlson, and I have the last half of the alphabet.
All right, I'm going to share my screen and we'll get going with the PowerPoint. Welcome everyone. Thanks for coming tonight. All right, let's see. All right, my view looks a little bit different. Can you guys, Lisa and Patrick, can you see it?
Yes, yes.
Yep.
Okay, great. Okay, so this looks really different. Teams made some updates.
There it goes.
All right, so our agenda for tonight, we counselors, we just introduced ourselves. We'll go over our mission and our vision for Meeker Middle School. We'll discuss classes for 6th grade and general school information, our dress code, our bell schedule, etc. We will touch on sports and clubs, and we do have links in the PowerPoint. And we will talk about our Jumpstart 6th grade summer program. So we introduced ourselves. That's I'm Gina and that's Lisa. All right, our mission statement, empowering all to care, learn, and thrive. And our vision statement at Meeker, the Meeker Middle School community collaborates to empower all to care about themselves and others, be passionate and inquisitive learners, and have the skills necessary to thrive now and in the future. So 6th graders have core classes, and those classes are a year long. And every 6th grade student will take an ELA class, which is English Language Arts. They'll take a math, they'll take science, PE, and then they will have half a semester of social studies and half a semester of AVID. Moving into electives, 6th graders have 3 options. They can either select to take band, which is a year-long class. Those instruments include the flute, clarinet, trumpet, trombone, saxophone, percussion. They have the option to take orchestra, which is a year-long class, which are the string instruments, violin, viola, cello, or they can take the wheel rotation. And this year, our plan for next year for the wheel rotation, they can take a section of exploratory choir, drama, study skills, or visual arts. And so in the wheel rotation, each student will be taking every single one of those 4 classes for about 8 weeks, and then they'll rotate into the next class. Lisa and I covered this on all of our visits to 5th grade and discussed the 3 elective options. Many of you families also have emailed us with questions, and so we're feeling pretty confident that most students have selected their 1 elective for next year. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to Lisa or myself about the scheduling piece. And then our general school information. Do I need to make this bigger? Can you, is this, Lisa, can you, is this big on your screen?
It's big enough to read.
Okay.
I think it looks fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, I just did something. I've never used this view before. Let me go back. Okay, so sorry, I am just struggling to see it. It's a little small for me. So,
and all of those things are also on the Meeker website, this information. So if you went to the Meeker website, you will see the same information.
It's good. I can see it. Okay, great. Thank you for that feedback. Okay, so we have a dress code here at Meeker, and shirts and sweatshirts tops include a navy or a white polo, or our Meeker sweatshirt or t-shirt. Our pants include jeans, no holes, rips, or distressed, or khaki or navy pants. And this year we also added sweats, so gray, navy, or black sweats. For PE, the 6th graders will have a uniform. They can wear the Meeker PE t-shirt, shorts, and sweats, And if you choose not to have the Meeker gear for PE, you can have simple navy shorts, navy sweatpants, and then a gray or navy solid t-shirt or sweatshirt. For shoes at Meeker, and for PE and generally at Meeker, no slides, sandals, or Crocs. So we'd like to have every student with a closed-toed shoe. Our bell schedule is listed here in the PowerPoint, which again, this PowerPoint is on our school website, and you will find our bell schedule on the school website. You'll find the school supply list on the website, and you guys can check that out in August when you are starting to shop for school supplies. And then we have our Meeker gear. And so this is where you can order the Meeker gear. And our hope is that we can start ordering pretty soon here, maybe in July, and people can start putting in their orders, and you will be able to pick up the order when we have our Wolverine Days in August. Lisa, do you want to explain a little bit about Wolverine Days?
Yeah, Wolverine Days is when you come to Meeker and you get to, pick up your uniform, pick up your things, get your picture taken, pay for an ASB card if you want an ASB card. It's a great opportunity. You get your schedule, and you can ask us if you have any questions about the schedule. But it's an opportunity for you to gather all the things. And if you are not able to make it, you can still pick up your work, and we will have another day for pictures. But it's a great time to see your friends and to find out what your classes are going to be.
Perfect. Okay, so sports and clubs. We know a lot of people have questions about sports and clubs. So we have a link again on this PowerPoint to Club Beyond, and those are our Beyond the Bell after school programs. I know many of you families are familiar with that because they do offer Beyond the Bell clubs at all of the elementaries. And so there are 4 or 5 sessions throughout the year. And those emails go out to families about when it's time to register for a new session of Beyond the Bell clubs. We have a Meeker Athletics link right here, which shows the different sessions of sports. And at Meeker, we have 4 different sessions. It's really important, families, that if you plan to have your student participate in a fall sport, that you go and get your physical done now, June, July, or August, because our tryouts, I believe we're in school for just 2 days, and then the next week we begin tryouts for fall sports. And unfortunately, if your student does not have their physical in, they cannot try out for a sport if it's a tryout sport. So again, we really urge all families to go take care of that physical, and then you turn a copy of that into the school. Final forms, there is a link, and that is how you register your student for Meeker Athletics. And I believe you can actually upload your physical to this link. Again, students cannot try out for any sports until all of the information is uploaded into final forms from their parent or guardian.
They can't do the final forms until we rotate the kids in mid-July, because they have to be a Meeker student in order to fill out the final forms. And so they rotate them, I think it's July, is it 20th? Or I have to look, but it's in July. So some parents have tried to get in, but the final forms is a middle school form, and so, or high school. So you have to be already rotated, and they do that in July.
Perfect. So families, yeah, maybe start checking the final forms around July 20th to see if you can start entering in your information.
Correct.
Okay. A quick slide on resources. So families, if you are needing payment assistance for school uniforms, for example, the t-shirts, the sweatshirts, the PE gear, or the ASB card, reach out to your school counselor, Lisa or myself. We help all families and connect them with resources, and if you need any type of support. So we can help with that. We help students with weekend meal packs, housing supports, groceries and local food banks, holiday supports, mental health, medical and outside agencies. We can help with referrals and help families out with that. So please, at any time throughout the year, please reach out to your counselor, and we are always here to support, help with resources, brainstorm ideas. There is a link on our school website as well for some resources, but quickest way is just to give us a call, shoot us an email, or come in person, and we are happy to help you with that. Okay, Meeker Jumpstart. So this year, our Jumpstart will be Monday, August 22nd through August 25th, and this is specifically for sixth graders. It's from 8:30 to noon. They are served a breakfast and a sack lunch. This is a wonderful opportunity for all sixth graders to come. You get to meet your teachers, tour the building, practice lockers. We go over expectations. We do icebreakers and team building activities. And it's a really great opportunity to help the fifth grade students transition into middle school. They'll be meeting students from the other schools, and it just really boosts their self-confidence and makes them feel that much more prepared for that transition into middle school. Again, the Wolverine days will be on that last day, August 25th. So after Jumpstart is over at noon, sixth grade families are welcome to come. You get to come pick up your schedule. You can pick up any of that spirit wear gear that you purchased, take your picture for your ASB card. So it's a really great opportunity for all of our sixth graders. If you cannot make all 4 days, that's okay. Just come on the days that you can come. Even if you can only come one day, that's great. And we will have buses available. Typically, they will pick up at either Browns Point Elementary or near Northeast Tacoma Elementary. So they'll pick the students up from there, and then they'll drop the students off at the end. Lisa, am I missing anything on that one?
No, everyone has to get a student. It's basically a student ID. An ASB card helps you with the sports, but everybody will have an ID card because it helps them with lunches to get through the line. It is a quick, so everyone will have a card, not necessarily an ASB, but they will need an ID card.
And lots of questions last year regarding Jumpstart and enrolling. Students are automatically enrolled in Jumpstart. So do not worry, again, do not worry about trying to, oh, I need to enroll. If students are coming to Meeker, they are enrolled in Jumpstart, and the expectation is they come. I mean, obviously, if you can't make it, there's no consequence or anything, but it's just a great way to get students onboarded into our school.
Perfect. I want to go back real quick to the resources information. I will be sending out a survey to families either at the end of this school year or at the beginning of next school year. Just it'll be a family needs assessment survey. And if you complete that, that will just kind of give us a jump start on working through resources and how we can support families. So just be on the lookout for that. It'll either come from your elementary counselor if I get it out this spring, or it'll come from Lisa or I in the fall.
It'll probably be like.
Okay, so that is our PowerPoint for today, and we are open for questions. James, Patrick, and Lisa, and myself.
Hello, this is Jonathan Lang. I have a question, and again, sorry I can't raise my hand or text it in. I'm driving.
That's
You're fine.
Okay, near the beginning you mentioned the AVID. I think that was the word program. Can you explain what that is, please?
Well,
Sure.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and would you like to explain it? He's wearing an AVID shirt, that's why.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, I have an AVID shirt on. So basically what AVID is a program to help students to become college and career ready. So it helps students with organization, especially in sixth grade. That's why I'm pushing it in sixth grade next year. It helps with organization. It helps with supporting students in math and ELA, especially. And it's Mason Middle School has done it with their sixth graders for several years.
And they do a lot of learning how to do graphing or graphic organizers, understanding how to study, all those things that they're going to need to use for the rest of their school years.
My favorite part of it is the tutorials where
Mm-hmm.
Students can come in, and if they have problems with certain homework problems they have or whatnot, math is always a great core subject to use for tutorials, but they put up a math problem and they work through it together, and they train the kids how to ask questions, which is awesome.
Yes.
I love it. That sounds really, really good. So is that part of that learning wheel, or does everyone get Avid?
Everybody, yes, everybody in 6th grade, the goal is to get Avid. And then after that, the goal too is there's a support class for 7th and 8th graders that there's like applications and whatnot too as well. And then the other thing is we do a lot of Avid components within our advisory as well. So a lot of organization, we do daily advisory. Next year, we're looking at doing it at the end of the day, so students have kind of a scope of what their expectations are for homework and schoolwork, and they can kind of develop a plan each day. So I'm super excited. We're doing it 2nd period. We just moved it to 6 as students as well as teachers both advocated for that.
That sounds great. I appreciate it. And sorry for monopolizing this a little bit, but if other parents have questions, I have a second question, and it's about after-school activities. And so we're currently at Crescent Heights. We do the schools out, but I don't think there's, I don't believe there's a schools out at Meeker, but is there something equivalent? As you know, most parents work and we can't pick up the kids right after school. So is there something after school, aside from the activities that go to 4:30, is there something that goes a bit later?
Yeah, so prior to COVID, we had a really good partnership with Metro Parks. And we had an after school program where students went there and got help at Metro Parks right after school. But this year, bringing it back, we decided they used the federal funding, ESSER funding, which means it needs to be in the building. So from 3 to 4:30, students can sign up for all sorts of clubs and activities for them to do. Art club is one of them. I think there was a cooking club, Minecraft. There's quite a few that meet.
But yeah, to answer your question, typically those Beyond the Bell clubs end at 4:30.
Okay.
And there's
nothing
transportation
after 4:30?
No.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt, but my husband is going to start right now working, and I need to ask this question, and he needs to listen. Can you hear me?
Let me mute this. Oh, there we go. They figured it out. Thank you.
Okay, sorry. So the question that I have is, I haven't heard if you have anything available for those people who needs extra support in math. I understand that you have a math program, and I have talked with a couple of parents who are already having their kids in Meeker, and they pretty much complain about the lack of support or the lack of resources. So what is your plan for this school year to support those kids that needs a little bit more math support? That is my first question. And my second question is also those parents that I have talked, maybe 5-7 parents about Meeker. They all seem to complain